Anyway, so welcome back everybody. We just came back from the Storm Coast, talked to everybody, and now we're gonna go to the hinterlands to find the Grey Warden companion and also to tie up some loose ends. Alright, so we're going to Ferelden. What have we got? Scout the hinterlands completed.
Any word?
Nothing yet.
Completed. Fast travel. Yes, I want to go to the hinterlands. So I think I might take Varric just so I can get a comparison. Vivian was okay. And take Iron Bull. I like to collect all the companions at the beginning so you can have their reaction as you go through the quest storyline. So you don't actually have to collect any of these people. Ooh, the constellation. I think we did that one last time. Loading, loading times, loading times. Okay, back at the hinterlands. So let's level up the people who need leveling up, including me, myself, and I. Spinning blades. Ooh, new attack. Nice. Alright, moving on. Varric. Crossbow. Oops. Cloud. Okie doke. Vivian. Let's see. Ooh, fire. Big wall of fire. Ooh, I like it. And weapon and shield. He's gonna need some taunt. Oh, he does have taunts. That's fine. I guess we'll move you. Shield breaker. Ooh, I like that one.
Has been heaviest here.
Alright. What do we got? The Lone Warden. So that's the companion quest. Measuring the Veil. That's Solus's quest. East Road Bandits. What's this? Seeing Red. What's that? In Hushed Whispers. Oh, okay. So this is actually the Mage quest. Alright, we'll do that last. First we'll go get the Lone Warden. So active. Let's go. Woohoo! Down the cliff.
Watch your step.
Watching. Ooh, what a nice foot. What's that? Walking along, Ooh, iron. Ooh, goats. Lake Luthias. So we're entering the area where the Grey Warden should be. Ambrium. I think we might need that later. Okie doke. Blood Lotus. Hopefully I should probably go back and use these one day. Ooh, let's claim this land. This is Inquisition land. Strolling along. Okay.
Right there and there, no gaps.
Hello.
Remember how to carry your shields. You're not hiding, you're holding. Otherwise, it's useless.
Blackwall? Warden Blackwall?
You're not... How do you know my name? Who sent... Ah! That's it. Help or get out. We're dealing with these idiots first. Conscripts, here they come!
What?
Hold the wall there! Make them come to me!
You're dead, bastard! Stay! Too late for that!
The Grey Wardens. Unrivaled warriors. I'm just gonna lean down by this puddle and be all dark, edgy.
Sorry, bastards. Good work, conscripts. Even if this shouldn't have happened, they could have... Well, thieves are made, not born. Take back what they stole. Go back to your families. You saved yourselves.
Did they? Or I saved them? I think. Hello.
You're no farmer. Why do you know my name? Who are you?
Greetings are in order.
I know your name because I'm an agent of the Inquisition. I'm investigating whether the disappearance of Wardens has anything to do with the murder of the Divine.
Maker's balls. The Wardens and the Divine. That can't... No, you're asking so you don't really know. First off, I didn't know they disappeared. But we do that, right? No more blight, job done. Wardens are the first thing forgotten. But one thing I'll tell you, no Warden killed the Divine. Our purpose isn't political.
I wasn't accusing Wardens yet.
I'm not here to accuse. Not yet. I just need information. I've only found you. Where are the rest?
I haven't seen any Wardens for months. I travel alone, recruiting. Not much interest because the Archdemon is a decade dead, and no need to conscript because there's no blight coming. Treaties give Wardens the right to take what we need, who we need. These idiots forced this fight, so I conscripted their victims. They had to do what I said, so I told them to stand. Next time they won't need me.
Alright.
Grey Wardens can inspire. Make you better than you think you are.
Okay, the treaties sound powerful.
I wasn't aware Grey Wardens could take whatever they want.
It's complicated. If there's a blight, everyone has to help the effort to fight it. The treaties are ancient. Outside of blights, it's as binding as a clever tongue can make it.
Where might Wardens go?
Do you have any idea where the other Wardens could have gone?
Maybe they return to our stronghold at Weishaupt? That's in the Anderfels, a long way north. I don't really know. Can't imagine why they'd all disappear at once, let alone where they disappear to.
Why haven't you disappeared?
Why haven't you gone missing like the rest of them?
Well, maybe I was going to. Or maybe there's a new directive, but a runner got lost or something. My job was to recruit on my own. Plan to stay that way for months. Years.
So, okay. Why am I romance... What? Just met the guy.
It's been a
Jesus.
pleasure, Warden Blackwall. But this didn't help at all.
Inquisition. Agent, did you say? Hold a moment. The Divine is dead and the sky is torn. Events like these, thinking we're absent is almost as bad as thinking we're involved. If you're trying to put things right, maybe you need a warden. Maybe you need me.
How can you help?
The Inquisition needs all the support it can get. But what can one Grey Warden do?
Save the fucking world if pressed. Look, maybe fighting demons from the sky isn't something I'm practiced at. But show me someone who is. And like I said, there are treaties. Maybe this isn't a blight, but it's bloody well a disaster. Some will honor them. Being a warden means something to a lot of people.
Alright.
Warden Blackwall, the Inquisition accepts your offer.
Good to hear. We both need to know what's going on. And perhaps I've been keeping to myself for too long. This warden walks with the Inquisition.
Cool. Okie doke. Let's take Varric, we'll take Blackwall, and we'll take Solus. I need Solus for another quest. Wink. Alright, just for now. Ooh, utilize the Grey Warden treaties. Let's see, what do we got? Primeval Red Lyrium? No. What did I want? Why is there so much lyrium everywhere in the saddle? Farmland security. Okay, let's travel to the farm. See how that goes. Okay, looks like I have to level up Solus and Blackwall. Right, so how are we doing with Solus here? Let's go down this tree. And then we have almost everything. Hey! Solus will be the Spirit Mage, which makes sense. Oh yeah, here we go. Blackwall. Is he two-handed? Oh no, he's got sword and shield. Okay. Sword and shield, here we go. Wadink. Shield bash. It's the best kind of bash. Alright. We will just apply the entire sword and shield tree to Blackwall. And see how we go. Right. Boink. Now, we've been back here like 5 times or something, and I still can't finish this stupid quest. I can't.
If those refugees are going to defend themselves, they'll need real defenses. I've got a few ideas.
I've built the watchtowers.
I've built watchtowers in the areas you recommended.
Nicely done. That'll give both your refugees and our farmers some warning next time trouble pays a visit. I'll
Alright.
speak to the Master and have weapons sent to your people at the crossroads.
Sweet. We did it. Woohoo! Let's go talk to Horsemasty Dennett person.
There must be something here.
Hey, Dennett.
Yelena says you got rid of those demon-cursed wolves. Should be safer for our farmers now. You've held up your end of our bargain, Inquisition. You'll have my whole stable and good hands to go with it.
Okay. Tell me about yourself.
You said you were once Al Eamon's stable master.
Master of the mounts. Fereldans don't appreciate horses like they do in Orlais, but they knew my name in Val Royeaux. My horses took sick less and carried a man longer than any of those fancy prancers they've got. And now they're all yours, Inquisition. Take care of them.
Will you join the Inquisition?
You sent your stable hands and your horses to the Inquisition. What about you?
Well, you've cleaned up the area, and I can't say I'm not tempted. Still, it feels wrong to abandon my land to go play horsemaster again.
We can help you.
You know, the Inquisition comes across horses from all over Thedas.
You don't say. All right, Inquisition. I'll look to your horses myself. Never let it be said that Redcliffe gave less than the best. Just let me settle matters here and say goodbye to my wife. I'll meet you at Haven.
Awesome. Recruited. So that was one of the influence perks from that we got at the war table. It was the intelligence perk, so there was a little crow. You saw it? Okay. Travel to Redcliffe. La-di-da. Contact Templars. La-di-da. I don't want that. Do I? Do I want that? Okay, what's this? In the saddle. No. Enough horsing around. Let's check the map. Alright, there was a quest for Solus. I know there was. I just have to go find it. Here it is, I think. Measuring the veil. Okay, so active, and let's go to the crossroads. Right, well, that was good.
Well, let me know if you find it.
It's good
Something
to have
like
commerce
that.
restored. Not many goods here.
Do 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 do. Walking along, singing a song. Do do. Woohoo! Okay, so this is like the bandity area that we sort of skipped over when we went to the hinterlands. Let's do it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Discovered the East Road. Hey, look, bandits.
There, the bandits!
Watch you. Watch you.
According to my research, the ancient elves may have set up wards in here. If we can find the artifacts they used, it may help strengthen this area against theirs.
I see.
One less to worry about!
I doubt that's the last of them.
Loot, 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 loot. Go and loot that shit. Oh, more loot. Fabulous. Loot. Loot. Okay. Ooh. New armor. Let's check that out. Armor. Scout mail. Ooh. I think it's better than the legendary poo-poo coat. Alright, let's equip that. Hunter coat. Oh, that's what, no. Okay, no. Mercenary coat. No. Alright. That's good. Good enough. Armor for... There was a hemi armor, but not for me, for Blackwall. Here we go. Medium free armor. Rogue only. Sora only. Medium armor of the dragon. Griffin helmet. Ooh. Oh, but he's already wearing it. Right. Perhaps I was mistaken. So this is for... No, this is better. Here we go. This. For you. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. So sad to see the poo-poo coat go. Oh, look! That thing. Who are you?
Andaran Atishan. I did not expect to see another Dalish blood here. My name is Miris. By your weapons, I see you come ready for battle. Perhaps we face a common enemy in these demons.
What are you doing out here?
Are you fighting the demons on your own? Fighting the demons is pointless. There will always be more, and I have no means of closing the rifts. But I have heard of elven artifacts that measure the veil. They may tell us where new rifts will appear. I was not expecting so many demons, however. I believe one of the artifacts is nearby. Can you help me reach it?
Yeah, we'll help.
It sounds worth investigating. Thank you. It shouldn't be too much farther ahead.
Dookie doke.
Thank you for joining me. I do not think I could have done this alone.
Ah, crap, I ran too forward. Energize? What does that mean?
We'll need focused magical energy to get by.
Solus?
Flatear, can you manage it?
Manuvinen, Dalen.
Okay, well we need a mage much for these. Energize. Guess I'll have to play as Solus as we go down here.
What manner of flame is this?
I have heard of this, but never seen it before. It is called Veilfire. It is a form of sympathetic magic. A memory of flame that burns in this world where the veil is thin.
Neat. Alright.
Another of the elven artifacts. Yes, the wards are helping to strengthen the veil. This area should...
There. If we activate that crystal, it should react to the strength of the veil.
Okay. I have no idea what this is doing.
Well, that should prove useful. And it seems the ancestors left something for me as well. Interesting. I believe our alliance is concluded. Go in peace, Dick.
Special? Please, I need that.
Mana, Mahalan. There are few in this world I can trust without my own people turning against me. Have I not proven myself? I'm of your blood, and I may be able to use what you found.
Aye. Perhaps you're right. Here, take it.
Hey.
Go with Mithal's blessing.
Awesome. Oops. Why can't I switch? This is dumb. Well, looks like we got what we came for.
Something is odd about those runes, but I cannot determine what.
Can loot them. Alright, well, let's head back to whatever it is we were doing. Can I leave? Thank you. Swap characters now. Alright, my daily charms seem to have earned us a charm of some kind. Let's check the map. Ugh, that's balls away. Screw it. Going over here. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna head towards Red Cliff now. And we're gonna do the Mage's quest because I feel like doing the Mage's quest.
There, the bandits!
Where? Where? I don't see them. You lie. Oop, there was loot. Am I going the right way? I'm sorry. Blood Brothers or some shit. There's too many quests in the hinterlands. Too much. Red Cliff Road. That's a good thing. Yes. Is there a way up? Okay. What's this?
A Templar.
Something sounds shiny. Ugh. Dead. Okay, where was I going? Ugh. Apparently. Okay, I seem to have taken a very wrong turn. That's alright. Oh, god damn it. Stupid bandits. Yeah. Alright, whatever. Let's keep going to Redcliffe then. Boing. Ugh, Fade Rift. Of course there's a Fade Rift. Always with the demons.
Redcliffe Village should be just ahead.
I want a constant watch on that damned thing. Sound the alarm at the first sign of demons.
What's the sign of demons? Close the rift! Sweet. Let's loot that.
What was that?
I think we could have skipped these things getting weirder, don't you?
Maybe Fiona will know.
There are many mages in Redcliffe. Maybe Fiona will know what's going on.
Make her have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
Okay. Okay, so after this it's kind of point of no return. So you've chosen the mages to do the mage's quest. So if you want to go to Templars, turn back now.
We spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting us.
No one? Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona?
If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly. You can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
Former Grand Enchanter? Well, looks like the tables have turned.
The Veil is weaker here than in Haven. And not merely weak, but altered in a way I have not seen.
Thanks, Solus. That sounds dangerous. How do we get to this tavern? Hey,
Mother,
Alfred.
I had the dream again last night. No, there'll be no talk of this. It was so real. And when when I woke up.
It's Redcliffe. At least I think it is.
I talked to one of the rebel mages, and she said it sounded like the dream she had.
Apostates outside the city fighting the Templars.
Hello, everybody.
If those rumors are true, and apostates are
Look,
attacking
it's the fast travel movie.
Shouldn't someone do something?
If there's anything to do, the hero of Ferelden drove the demon away to save him. Make her be praised.
I shall claim this land. Inquisitor land. Right. Ugh. Freaking NPCs. Out of the way.
Grandmother, I think we should go.
I don't.
Do you think the apostates are responsible for the things we saw? The walking corpses?
The gull and lantern. Interesting. Clearly, something majorly important to the Mage plotline is about to happen. Here we go.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition.
So,
What has brought you to Redcliffe?
you invited me here?
We're here because of your invitation back in Val Royeaux.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
Then who did I meet?
If it wasn't you who invited me here, who was it?
I don't know. Now that you say it, I feel strange. Whoever or whatever brought you here, the situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
Andraste's ass. I'm trying to think of a single worse thing you could have done, and I've got nothing.
I understand that you are afraid, but you deserve better than slavery to Tevinter.
As one indentured to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
You made a huge mistake.
An alliance with Tevinter is a terrible mistake.
All hope of peace died with Justinia. This bargain with Tevinter would not have been my first choice, but we had no choice. We are losing this war. I needed to save as many of my people as I could.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
My fist is interesting. Tell me about this alliance.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
Fiona said she's indentured?
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a Magister.
Our Southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
When did this happen?
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona.
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was certainly very timely.
Very timely? Suspicious, more like.
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the Southern Mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our Legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
Where's the Arl?
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village.
Left? An Arl would never voluntarily leave his seat.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
This is a long way from home.
You're quite a long way from Tevinter, Alexius.
Indeed I am, though I have heard you are no Ferelden either. It seems we are both strangers here. Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I am not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
We don't think small here. I'll take whatever you've got.
Well, when you're fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small.
There will have to be.
Kaplonk.
Felix.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive my clumsiness, my lady.
Are you all right?
Of course he's not.
I'm fine, Father.
Come, I'll get your powders.
His what?
Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time. Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
What is going on?
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
What an ass.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, very mysterious.
Could be a trap.
There's no telling who or what will be waiting for us in that Chantry.
Only one way to find out.
We don't need your kind here. Your Inquisition's just Templars by another name.
Who are you?
Linnea. Just Linnea. Don't ask what Circle Tower I'm from, because we're done with that. We're all free mages now.
And the Tevinters are
You'd
better.
rather bow to Tevinter than join the Inquisition.
All you Chantry types think the same way. The Imperium is a great evil that must be avoided. It's just because they're ruled by mages. No one wants us to look at them and say their mages are free and the world hasn't ended.
Don't they use blood magic?
But don't Magisters summon demons and practice human sacrifice?
The Chantry says whatever they think will scare us. What's wrong with blood magic? People don't like the idea of us controlling their thoughts, but they have no problem with us throwing fireballs in their wars. In Tevinter, the mages police themselves. It works.
The Inquisition's different.
Why does everyone think we're part of the Chantry? We left the Chantry. They hate us.
Right. And I'm the Empress of Orlais.
Alright, whatever.
Magister Alexius does not approve of those without magic like you and me. You may not wish to stay long. Many villagers have already left to escape his ire.
What does the Magister have against you?
He does not like to be reminded of what mages can become. He says all Tranquil must leave Redcliffe, but who would take us in?
You're Tranquil?
You're one of the Tranquil.
Yes, my talent for magic was insufficient to protect me from demons. Rather than risk me becoming possessed, the Circle removed my connection to the Fade. My magic is gone, along with my dreams and desires. Those now in Redcliffe prefer not to see us.
When did the Tevinters arrive?
How long have the Tevinters been here?
Magister Alexius arrived at nightfall, 2 days after we retreated from the Temple of Sacred Ashes. He forced anyone without magic out of the castle, save those he required to serve him. Even the Arl was sent away.
I should go.
Farewell, then.
One moment. You are a member of the Inquisition, are you not? I am an alchemist. You must require potions. If the Magister will not have me here, perhaps I can offer my services.
Please join us.
We would be delighted to have you working for the Inquisition.
Thank you. While one lives, it is good to believe there is still a use for one's talents.
I see. Okay. This is incredibly suspicious. What's going on here? The door's just a bit open. Oh no, something's about to go down. I don't know what it is. Oh, read a book. Oh, who are you?
Inquisition, huh? I wish to holy Andraste you'd gotten here sooner. These Tevinters make my shoulder blades itch.
Tell me about yourself.
Who are you?
Name's Tolwyn, formerly of the Circle of Magi in Hospital. Lived my whole life there. Since I was 10 years old and came into my magic. 3 meals a day. Quality education. A roof over my head. If you're not summoning demons, a mage tower's a fine place to be.
Aren't you with the rebellion?
If you were happy in the Circle, why are you here with the rebels?
We're all rebels now. The vote sorted out. The majority wanted to dissolve the circles. The rest of us went with them or were cut loose. I figured I'm better off with my fellow mages than on my own.
You don't like Tevinter?
You're not happy with this new alliance?
Something's not right about that lot. They're not like us. Magic or no, I'd rather count myself among decent folk than stand with Magisters.
Tell me about the alliance.
How did the Grand Enchanter end up working with Tevinter?
1 minute, we were bracing for the Templars to attack. The next, we had a Magister ally. It was a stroke of luck that's given us an edge. In a way. Out of the frying pan.
I should go.
Goodbye.
Be careful. The Tevinters likely aren't happy you're asking questions.
Aren't happy, eh? Well. Something is very fishy here. Very fishy indeed. Don't like those Tevinter mages. They're creepy and evil. Alright, well, let's see where this takes us.
They say Andraste sent you to save the world. If it'll help save lives and bring peace, I'll be the first to believe.
I'll do my best.
I'm trying. I hope I don't disappoint.
I hope so too.
Alright. Do you support the mages?
Are you working for the Mage Rebellion?
Mages are children of the Maker, no less than the rest of us. They struggle no less with questions of faith.
Should there be circles?
Does that mean you support their freedom?
Given a choice between the circle and death, most mages willingly gave up some small freedoms for safety. But the pendulum swings, and now it seems any restraint is too much. I think they should have a chance to prove they deserve freedom.
Alright.
I will leave you to your duties.
Make a speech.
Okay, well, let's head into the chantry. It could be a trap. It's a trap! Or is it? Dun dun dun! Spirits and demons. When I first summoned her, she was a rose. Fabulous. It goes past really quickly, like there's a giant page and you're given like 3 seconds to read it. What?
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
Okay, Mr. Mustache.
fascinating. How does that work exactly?
I stick my hand out.
You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do? Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Ah, he's a Tevinter mage? Where's Felix?
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Uh-huh. Is there something wrong with Felix?
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
You're a Magister?
Are you a Magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
Why help us?
You're betraying your mentor because...
Alexius was my mentor. Meaning he's not any longer, not for some time. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the Mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
That sounds bad.
I hope that's less dangerous than it sounds.
More.
That is fascinating if true, and almost certainly dangerous.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
This is a lot to swallow.
You're asking me to take a lot on faith.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Why are you telling me this?
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake. You have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Fantastic. Why does he want me?
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you. But I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
How do we stop him?
Do you have any suggestions?
You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Alrighty, well, shit has gone down, time and space travel and weird rifts and shit. I am confused. Alright, I don't like these Tevinter shits. Maybe I should have chosen the Templar saga thing. It would have been a lot easier. Or at least I could understand it. Okay, let's go free the mages, maybe. Come on, mages. So we just met Dorian. If you were playing the Templar arc, you would have met Cole instead. So kind of locks one of the party members out for you if you know, if you wanted everything, you can't have everything. That's kind of the deal.
You think they're right? Alexius is setting a trap for us.
I'm sure he is. Everything about that Magister practically screamed, "I'm setting a trap."
So true.
Good day to you.
Alright, well, let's check our map. What are we supposed to be doing? Well, let's explore this place.
You just say it, do you? Would you hate me that much if I were?
One-eyed Jimmy.
Please, are you with the Inquisition? As you've wandered, have you by any chance seen a ram that is, different? Lord Wolseley wandered off, and he's very special. If you could find him, I'd be most grateful.
Lord Wolseley? Ugh.
What makes your ram so special?
Well, he's always brought the family luck, and his advice helped us make our fortune.
Your ram offered advice?
He's a very special ram.
What is the problem?
Your ram has gone missing.
Yes. I'm certain that if he heard his Jimmy missed him, he'd come right back. He's likely at our family's old summer cabin. It's by the lake in the southern hills. If you do find him and send him back, I'd be happy to pay you.
Okay, goodbye.
I'll speak with you later.
If you find my ram, please send him home.
Oh my god. Lord Wolseley. Ooh, what's this? Buy and sell.
Good day. Would you care to
Trade, huh? Let's do it. Sell all. That's right. All. Mwahaha. Okay, just gonna go back to Haven now, so time to get... Okay, we're back in Haven. And let's go talk to some people. So we've got Cullen here.
Did you need something?
Tell me about yourself.
I should get to know you better. We are working together after all.
Would you like to know?
All right. Where are you from?
How to act for Eldon. My esteemed Lady Sidonia, I'd like to take full responsibility for Lady Marchalette's odd behavior of late. You see, we recently begun the study of history. I thought that it would do the young mistress some good to be exposed to all Thedosian cultures and not just Olay. It was a foolish thought. Regrettably, your daughter has taken a particular interest in Ferelden folklore. She first developed an affinity for King Calenhad, which seems to have devolved into borderline infatuation. She stared at me, eyes wide, when I told how he unified the barbarians with his allegedly incomparable might and charisma. Every time I tried to move the lesson onto something more important, she insisted I tell her again about Calenhad, how the Fereldans say his hair was twice as yellow as the sun, and his chin more chiseled than the tallest peak in the Frostbacks. Twice now I've had to tear down drawings she's tacked up in her bedroom on the man shirtless. Okay. Then we moved on to the werewolves, which was even worse. As you may already know, the Fereldans venerate the folk heroes Dane and Hafter. Dane was said to have been a werewolf and Hafter to have descended from one. No enlightened man or woman could ever view such beast people with anything but revulsion, but you know the Fereldans and their love of wildlife. Unfortunately, these tales of the wolf men set the little mistress's imagination afire. When she suggested we put on a play for you and her lord father, I could not say no. I'm afraid that's why Marchalette was running through the mansion wearing wet furs and frightening the chambermaids. She was rehearsing a scene in which Hafter drives back the Darkspawn. I've been informed that some priceless family heirlooms were destroyed amidst all the confusion, and I cannot fully express my dismay. I understand if my abject failure as a tutor results in my immediate dismissal. Okay, so this is about a teacher who told what is most definitely a fangirl about King Calenhad.
I grew up in Ferelden near Holland. I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years.
You were away a long time.
You haven't seen Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. But now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos.
Tell me about the Blight.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
What happened at the Circle?
What happened at the Circle Tower?
You who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
Tell me about Kirkwall.
What was Kirkwall like?
While I was there, Qunari occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between Mages and Templars fell apart. An apostate blew up the Chantry, the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
Tell me about the rebellion.
What happened between Kirkwall's Mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Yes, but you were there.
There was tension between Mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
How did it end?
What happened then?
The Templars should have restored order. Red Lyrium had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion. Turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
So you opposed her?
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
Varric's from Kirkwall.
Varric's from Kirkwall. Did you two know each other?
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently, I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
Right. That's all for now.
I'll let you return to your work.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
Okay, well. Ooh, let's go talk to Iron Bull.
Can I help you?
Tell me of the Ben Hasrath.
I'd like to know more about your work with the Ben Hasrath.
Ben Hasrath is actually a general term. You've got the secret police who investigate problems inside our territory. You've got the re-educators who take people with problems and fix their minds. Or make them disappear. And then you've got the spies.
Re-educators?
How do the re-educators work?
I only know the basics. Wasn't my area. That said, keep a man awake long enough. Ask the right questions, give the right potions, and you can get him to say anything. You don't need blood magic or demons to change someone's mind. We're a lot more fragile than we'd like to believe.
That is creepy. Is it really that easy?
You can alter someone's beliefs that easily.
One of my friends was a re-educator. He said that every memory is like the page of a book. When you examine a memory, you're turning to that page, and when you're there, the page is laid bare. Write a few notes in the margins of the page, erase a word here and there, and your whole outlook changes. Always felt a little weird reading after that conversation.
That's revolting.
The re-educators sound horrible.
Yeah, they probably do. Here's the thing, though. What happens in Orlais when you commit a crime or betray a lord? They just lop your head off. At least the Qunari try to fix you.
None sound like you.
None of those sound exactly like you.
Yeah, I was a special case. They sent me to Saharan because they needed someone who could fight and hunt down problems. That whole island was a sack of cats. Incursions from Tevinter, Tal Vashath, and native rebels fighting both sides. And in the middle, me, trying to wrangle the rebels and restore order.
Sounds fun for you.
You seem like the type who enjoys a good fight.
There's a good fight, and there's finding out who put rat poison in the bread and killed a bunch of children. I hunted down a lot of rebels. Lost a lot of friends to the Vince, or the Fog Warriors, or the Tal Vashath. One day I woke up and couldn't think of a damned reason to keep doing my job. Turned myself into the re-educators.
That was brave.
Not many people would have the courage to do that.
I thought about letting some rebel kill me, but I couldn't give any of those bastards the satisfaction. The Ben Hassarth ordered me to go to Orlais, ostensibly as a Talvashot, and work undercover. That's how I ended up here.
You've had a hard time.
It sounds like you had a rough life under the Kyun.
What, 3 meals a day and free sex whenever I need it? I came out here for the challenge, boss. Figured I'd rough it with you savages. Anyway, nice talking with you.
Alright. Oh, let's talk to Crumb. Hi, Crumb.
Can I help you with anything?
How can we use you?
Iron Bull said the charges were at my disposal. Do you have any suggestions on how to use them?
Nothing jumps out at me. If I come up with any ideas, I'll let you know.
Tell me about the chargers.
Can we talk about the Bull's charges?
Best company you'll find from here to the Anderfells. In my time with the Chief, we've gone up against everything from bandits to magic trees. We're expensive, but you'll never doubt we're worth it. Want to know anything in particular?
What are your abilities?
Do the chargers specialize in anything from a tactical standpoint?
Bull doesn't want us large enough to work as an army. We're better at shock troops, as skirmishers. We've got archers for hitting enemy infantry, Dalish with more archery, and Skinner and her people on the flanks. Rocky handles fortifications and traps, and Stitches keeps us all fighting. They mostly hold back. I'll lead the frontline fighters with Grim, and the Chief goes wherever he can hit something.
Tell me of an interesting job.
You said something about everything from bandits to magic trees. I'll admit to some curiosity.
Right. Sylvans. That's what Dalish called them. Apparently spirits can possess trees, too. Some noble in the Dales, and they really don't like it when you call them Dalish nobles, had a haunted forest. His family had abandoned the land, but he wanted it back. The Chief bought us all axes, and in we went. Between the axes and the torches, the Sylvans weren't too bad. The worst part was the squirrels.
Not the squirrels.
Are there rules for how mercenaries operate?
If you don't want some noble to treat you like bandits, yes. There's also a code of conduct most companies hold to. Keeps things civilized on the battlefield. We accept surrenders for ransom from mercenaries, nobles, and soldiers wearing a lord's colors. Our prisoners are treated well, injuries tended. We'd want the same for any of ours who got captured.
Okay, goodbye.
We'll talk later.
That was interesting. Well, let's move on up. Move on up. Do do do.
Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow.
I could talk to Vargas. So. Let's go talk to Sarah.
It's just what I heard.
Ready for waiting.
Tell me about your friends.
You apparently have a lot of friends. Tell me about your network.
It's not mine, right? I mean, it is, but it's also everyone. Everyone who wants to shove it to nobles who hide behind gold and silk. And hats, I guess.
What else does your group do?
Are you just about pranks and revenge, or is there more to it?
Well, it's a weave, right? I grease a ballroom, so a wyvern chasing Git has to hunt Sprained. Strangely, handmaids leave his vault open. His heirlooms pay off someone else. Maybe clean streets in Kirkwall, so someone gets something else. Pish, pish, pish. A lot of people eventually get help or a laugh. Or maybe someone dead, if they deserve it.
Good to know.
I'm glad I met you before someone decided what I deserved.
You're no hateful ass so far. I'd just get you with a pie or something. Anyway, assassin's a bard's job, innit? No fun, that lot. They might plonk a noble, right? But only to raise another. Plus, I'm shy at singing.
Was there ever a Red Jenny?
Is Red Jenny real? Or was she always just you and your friends?
Dunno.
Don't you care?
Not if it works. I mean, Red is scary because blood. And Jenny is... Look, nobody fears the bunch of people who do random stuff. And besides, it's easy. Nobles want a bogeyman because they need to believe normal people can't get at them. Numbers, right? It don't have to be so complicated.
Don't you share the blame too? That seems too casual.
It seems like it should be more complicated than that.
That's why you be bad at it and why I'm here. You don't want to play, don't play. That's simple too.
I expected people from you.
Where are the people you promised?
If I knew, they wouldn't be much use. That's sort of the point. Look, unless your baddies are rocks or trees, they have people they use. Cooks, squires, wipers. Yeah, I know, wipers, right? You better believe the one with wipers deserve it, right in the... Well, anyway. The little people will be there when you need them, in a million little ways.
Do they even know what you do?
Seems like there's no way the people who contribute could even know what they're helping with.
Don't need to. Maybe some ask for a target, a note like. But maybe they plant something just to help mess with things. I did something and something happened. That's a wish for some people. Probably not Herald. Anyway, sometimes I don't even do anything and people think I did, because something happened anyway. That's good too. Free payday. And free blame rag. But whatever.
Well, as long as it works.
I can play along if it works for you.
You have a choice. Hail the Inquisition.
That's all.
We'll talk another time.
It's all good, innit?
Alright. That was interesting.
You can't be happy giving up your whole life for the Mage. I mean, look at the
Hey, Solus.
What can I do for you?
Nothing, apparently.
We'll talk later.
Who else is left? Liliana, I think. Liliana and Vivian. Let's talk to them.
I heard the Templars have withdrawn. Seems odd. I can see them breaking the Chantry's chain, but not running.
There were so many questions surrounding Faria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Faria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
Stop Liliana from killing. Remain silent.
It will be done.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Trust me. Everything I do is to protect our interests. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
She seems very grumpy.
Reports of fade rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
What do you care about mages?
Why do you want me to seek out the rebel mages? Why do you care? I've known mages. Some of them were better people than me. And yet I'm free and they're not. It's not right.
Right. You're Justinia's left hand?
They called you the left hand of the Divine. That they did? What of it?
Why start an Inquisition?
What is the point of an Inquisition? Justinia would have started the Inquisition if the Divine Conclave failed to restore peace. She hoped that with enough support, we could challenge the very tenets of the Chantry. She wanted the Chantry to treat the mages fairly. But sometimes I wonder, why stop at mages? The Chantry has committed many injustices. If we're going to change it, why not change the whole thing? It's just a thought. None of this will be possible if we fail.
I'm sorry she died.
I'm sorry she didn't live to see the Inquisition. So am I.
Why don't you join my party?
I could use the left hand of the Divine at my side out there. Every agent out in the world is my eyes, my ears, my blade. Wherever my people are, I am also. Coming with you, leaving my post, would blind and bound me. Do you see?
Right. What is the left hand?
What exactly does the left hand of the Divine do? A Divine always has enemies, and Justinia had more than most. I protected her. I watched, had an ear to every door. I identified threats, and I dealt with them.
So many enemies.
Why did Justinia have so many enemies? There were many who felt she was unfit to be divine. She had a past, a worldly life. And like many, she wasn't given to the Chantry as a child. She chose it, and somehow that made her unworthy. And because they thought she was unworthy, they wished her harm.
That's a bit shady.
It sounds like you did some unscrupulous things as the left hand. Perhaps. But wouldn't you do anything to protect what you love?
Tell me more about Justinia.
I'd like to hear about Justinia. What was she like?
A friend. A mentor. Like me, she had secrets, made mistakes. It made her human. I think her followers responded to that.
Alright, well, let's continue this later.
We'll talk more later.
See ya. Ooh, who's this person? Vivian.
I saw the leader of the Bull's charges that way. He's something, is he not?
Yes?
Tell me about yourself.
I'd like to know more about you, Madame Vivienne.
Whatever would you like to know?
Where are you from?
Your accent's not Orlesian. Where exactly are you from?
I am from the Circle, my dear. One's country of origin rarely matters there. But if you must know, I was born in Wycombe in the Free Marches. I was sent to the Ostwick Circle, but I transferred to Mont-Simar while still an apprentice.
How did you become a courtier?
I'm curious how a Circle mage winds up a courtier.
Nobody winds up at court, my dear. It takes a great deal of effort to arrive there. I caught the eye of Duke Bastien de Ghislaine, an advantageous connection that opened many doors. When the position of Enchanter to the Imperial Court became vacant, I was able to secure it.
Interesting. Well, let's move
Blessed
on.
are the righteous, the lights in the shadow.
I will take these injuries.
Okay, we're gonna finish it off here, and next time we're gonna go and do the Mage's quest. So thanks for watching.